police state.
China to use robotic birds to keep an eye on people across the country. The South China Morning Post reports China has started using bird-like drones to monitor everyday civilians. The Chinese government has reportedly sent the Dove drones to at least 5 different provinces across China, especially to Xinjiang, which is home to a large Muslim population. These robotic doves look so authentic when they fly high in the sky that even real doves start flying with them. The South China Morning Post reports the robotic drone mimics the flapping motion of a dove and will be able to evade human detection. The robot doves may even be camouflaged with feathers to further distort radar signals. The interior of the robotic dove contains mechanisms such as a GPS antenna, a data link antenna, a battery, an HD camera, flapping mechanism, and a flight control system. The project, codenamed Dove, is being led by a team of researchers who conducted various experiments, such as flying the Dove drones over a flock of sheep who paid no attention to the drones above. One of the researchers of the project told the South China Morning Post technology has the potential to be used not only for military purposes, but also for disaster relief and emergency response. Here are more surveillance stories. In China, someone's always watching. Facial recognition is popping up everywhere in China as the government looks to technology to keep constant track of its people and what they're up to. Chinese apartments equipped with keyless entry use cameras to scan and verify residents' faces. But although convenient, the technology is also being used by authorities to monitor individuals and identify alleged bad guys and persons of interest. The project, called Sharp Eyes, intends to connect public security cameras with those in private compounds and buildings to form a nationwide surveillance and data sharing network. Sharp Eyes' aim is to compile information on citizens, including criminal and medical records, travel and purchase history, and social media use, and link it to a face and identity card. Its name derives from a communist slogan and is linked to Chairman Mao's attempts to get citizens to spy on each other. Supposedly, the system can track suspicious behavior to help eliminate crime, which in China can be anything from homicide to speaking out against the government. Ultimately, the goal is for total surveillance, and in a country where being an ethnic minority or an activist can get you flagged, that prospect is frightening. China is watching. The world's most populous country is building its surveillance network and could soon be keeping a close eye on each and every one of their 1.3 billion citizens. Roughly 176 million AI-equipped surveillance cameras are currently installed all over China, with the number set to increase to 626 million by 2020. Citizens' ID profiles, social media photos, and other personal details are being filed in a database and connected to security cameras nationwide. The advanced surveillance system uses facial recognition technology to instantly identify the name, gender, and age of any pedestrian and the type and color of any vehicle. The same technology is being used by commercial and private institutions for financial dealings, keyless entry, and even to thwart toilet paper theft. The system can also scan faces and compare them with the police database, allowing authorities to locate and apprehend criminals at large. The network claims to boost safety and security and reduce crime, but has ironically been dubbed Skynet. Terminator, anyone? That Skynet ended up trying to exterminate humanity, but the Chinese version will probably be worse. Talk about a brain drain. The People's Republic of China is sponsoring research into technology that scans workers' brains for the emotional state. According to the South China Morning Post, Chinese factory, military, and train workers are all wearing helmets that can track their emotions. Train drivers wearing the tech get a zap if they doze off, as could pilots if the technology ever comes to planes. And, of course, it's all being watched by an AI. According to the MIT Technology Review, the system probably doesn't work despite claims it boosted a factory's profits by over $300 million. The South China Morning Post reports researchers are also developing a new version with cameras and body-wide sensors for use in hospitals. This would be able to monitor facial expressions, body temperature, and movements. And all that, Tomo Sapiens, sounds like the beginnings of the thought police, with a live feed to your brain.
Lawsuit says Facebook's been spying on users. A lawsuit filed in California claims Facebook hasn't been very friendly to its users. Former startup 643, claims that Facebook used its apps for mass surveillance on users by assembling data from their text and photos, listening to their microphones, and using Bluetooth to pinpoint locations, sometimes without consent. 643 had an app called Pinkini that let you scan their Facebook friends for bikini pics. Citing the lawsuit, The Guardian reports that Facebook could gather metadata from Android phone text messages. 643 claims the company could access nearly all photos on iPhones, as well as those not uploaded to Facebook. The lawsuit also alleges that Facebook also acquired some people's data without their consent. According to The Guardian, the company allegedly gathered information sent by users not on the platform to people with Facebook apps on their phone. Citing the lawsuit, the Huffington Post reports Facebook allegedly used information from Onavo, an app it owns, to observe what people use their phones for beyond Facebook. Facebook has rejected all the claims made by 643.
Aerospace company reveals idea for a new eye in the sky. A Franco-Italian company is building a revolutionary airship designed to perform a variety of jobs, from border surveillance to environmental management. The Stratobus, made mainly of UV-resistant carbon fiber, will measure 70 to 100 meters long and 20 to 30 meters wide. Designed by Thales Alenia Space, the airship will be able to reach the stratosphere and soar to an altitude of 20 kilometers, higher than most aircraft. A ring around the Stratobus allows the airship to rotate and face the sun, no matter the season or time of day. Solar rays enter the airship through a transparent section of the outer envelope. The rays then reflect off a mirror inside and onto a row of solar panels. Energy collected from the solar panels is sent to the Stratobus's nacelle, the section located under the airship's main body. A fuel cell and electrolyzer are located in the nacelle. The fuel cell stores the energy used by the spaceship, while the electrolyzer converts water on board into gas. Despite the strong winds at these altitudes, two fuel cell-powered electric motors at the sides of the airship are able to maintain the airship's stability. Hovering within the stratosphere, the Stratobus has a view range of about 500 kilometers. The Stratobus can do many of the jobs that satellites do, including border and maritime surveillance, telecommunications, broadcasting, and navigation. While this idea has been in the works for some time, Thales recently announced the official launch of the project. The prototype will be ready for testing in 2018.
There's no escaping in China. Chinese authorities have begun donning high-tech glasses to spot suspects, the latest use of facial recognition technology in the increasingly all-seeing state. Police in Zhengzhou can now verify people's identities within minutes using sunglasses with a camera attachment, which is connected to a database via a portable device. Officers who spot a suspicious person from as far as 5 meters away need only take a photo showing at least 70% of the face. The photo is run through the system, allowing officers to access information like names, ethnicity, gender, and address. It also details the hotel a person is staying at, recent internet history, and whether he is wanted for any crime. 7 suspects involved in a kidnapping and hit-and-run incidents have been arrested so far, with 26 others apprehended for using fake IDs. The use of facial scanners and other similar technology are widespread in China, where there are fewer privacy concerns. The government is in the process of amping up surveillance, starting with a database containing relevant information on its 1.3 billion citizens.